right away, I had to put 911 at the end of the page to let you know it was an emergency. If I want to buy something today, I don't even got to go to the store. All I got to do is go right on Amazon, order what I want, and if I'm a Prime member, it'll show up to my house in 1 or 2 days. We've gotten so used to not waiting for nothing, we forget about the days when you had to order your stuff out the catalog. And once you ordered it, they told you it would take 2 weeks to ship to you. And God forbid that the order finally showed up and it didn't fit, and you had to send it back, which took a whole nother week, and then they had to send it back to you, which took another 2 weeks. We don't want to wait on nothing today. So because we don't want to wait, sometimes it seems like we're stuck in a holding pattern. So I used to travel for work, and if you didn't know anything about planes flying, you know sometimes that in order to land, sometimes the plane will get stuck in what's called a holding pattern. A holding pattern is a situation where the plane doesn't have clearance to land. So air traffic control will put the plane in what's called a holding pattern. So the plane has to fly around in a circle until air traffic controller gives them the clearance to land. But the frustrating part about being in a holding pattern is that if the weather is clear enough, and depending on the plane's altitude, you can look out the window and see the airport. So I'm almost at my destination. I can see the place where I'm supposed to be, but I can't get there because I'm stuck in a holding pattern. And there is nothing more frustrating than being able to see my destination, being able to see the place I'm supposed to be. I can see my promise. I can see the thing that has my name on it, but I can't get to it because I'm stuck in a holding pattern. So while I'm in this holding pattern, I'm getting angry, I'm getting frustrated, because by the time the plane lands, I know I'm going to be late. And I know I would have been on time if it wasn't for the delay. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever been in a place in your life where God has showed you something? He's shown it to you in your dreams. He's shown it to you in your visions. It's been prophesied over your life. You know you're close to it. You can look out and see it, but God has you in a holding pattern, and He won't let you get to the thing that He promised you. What do you do when your current condition doesn't match your future promise? So what do you do when where you currently are doesn't match where God says you can be? This is where we find the Israelites in Joshua chapter 1. They're at the end of their 40-year wilderness experience, and they are right outside the promised land. So for the last 40 years, they've been holding on to God's promise that I've got some land for you. Land that I promised your forefathers. If you go back and read, starting around Exodus, Numbers, it was promised to them 7 times. God made the promise 7 times. I've got land for you and your ancestors. So for the last 40 years, they've been holding on to this promise of land that was promised to my forefathers. But for the last 40 years, they've been wandering. They've been frustrated. They've been complaining. They've been disobedient. And because of their complaining and because of their disobedience, God makes them wait before they can possess what He promised them.
Go ahead.
So I had to ask God, why do you make us wait on the things that you said we can have? Why do you make us wait? You've shown it to me. You've prophesied it to me. I've dreamt about it. I've had visions. And now you give me a sneak peek, but then you make me wait. The first thing God showed me is sometimes I got to make you wait because you're not mature enough to handle what I got for you. Can I ask you, the prodigal son, he asked his dad for his inheritance early. He went off in the world. He spent it all. He went broke, and then he had to come back home. Asking God for stuff that we're not mature enough to handle, and God makes us wait before He'll give it to you. You asking for a large sum of money, and you can barely manage your paycheck. Asking for $1 million, you ain't figured out how to manage the $1,500 you get every 2 weeks. Bills ain't paid on time. You spending leisure money on bill money. You don't have the capacity and the maturity to handle it yet. So God is saying, no, you can't have it until you grow up and man up and be able to handle the things that I got for you. Second reason I said, God, how come I can't have it now? God said, you can't have it because you don't believe in yourself enough to have it yet. Has God ever shown you something And then you begin to doubt whether or not you can obtain it. Has God shown you something? You begin to doubt whether or not you got the finances to make it happen. You doubt if you have the experience to do what he has shown you to do. And because of your doubt and your lack of faith, God will not let you walk into the promise, because he needs you to realize that you don't need the finances, nor do you need the experience. All you need is him. So I'll make you wait until you realize that I'm all you need. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Psalms 118:6, the Lord is on my side. I'm not going to fear nothing. What can man do to me? Psalms 108:13, with God on my side, we will win. He will defeat my enemies. It's the lack of confidence is the reason why Israel had to spend 40 years in the wilderness. So peep this, Moses, he's the leader at the time. He sent some spies into the land to survey the land. Check out the people who are currently living in the land. And he said, bring back some fruit so I can see what the land is producing. I think y'all missed it. He sent spies into the promised land. He gave them a sneak peek of what he said was going to be theirs. So he sends them into the land. He said, I need you to check out the people, check out the survey the land, bring me back some fruit so I can see what the land is producing. So for 40 days, the spies are getting a sneak preview of what God says will eventually be theirs. So after 40 days, they come back, the spies give their report, and Joshua and Caleb are the only two spies that have enough courage to say we can possess this land. The rest of the spies decide that they want to go against Joshua and Caleb, and they want to tell Moses that we're not strong enough to defeat the giants that are currently living there. We can't attack these people, is what they said. They're too strong for us. So what they did was, these spies, they began to spread lies throughout the Israelite community about the land that they explored. They said the land that we explored is one that devours the people who live there. All the people was very tall, and we felt small like grasshoppers. That's how we must have looked to them. So because of the lies and because of the negative report, the Israelites began to rebel against God, and they believed what the spies told them. And because of the lies and the rebellion and the bad report, God said, y'all ain't ready yet. I can't give it to you right now because you don't have enough confidence in yourself to believe I got your back. But what got me about the whole situation is that it was their mouth that got them in trouble. It was their mouth that got their promise delayed. They talked themselves out of what God promised them. They talked themselves out of their own promise. All they had to do was keep their mouth shut, do what God said, and take the land. Can I give you a point? Sometimes we talk too much. Sometimes your problem is your mouth. Sometimes your mouth gets you in trouble. Sometimes you got to learn how to just shut up and do what God has told you to do. Tell your neighbor real quick, tell him you talk too much. You talk way too much. Your mouth has talked you out of your promise. The spy said, we can't defeat these people because they're too strong for us. We can't beat them because we don't have enough faith that we can win the fight against the people that are living there. Can I give you one more point? In order to get what God has for you, sometimes you got to fight for it. Sometimes you got to fight for it. Why do you have to fight for it? Because there's an enemy out there who don't want you to have it. There's an enemy out there who wants to block you from getting what God has for you. And because the enemy knows that if you get to that promise, you will be unstoppable. He knows that if he allows you to make it to where God has you to be, he ain't going to have no authority over you. He's not going to have any power over you. So he wants to keep you in fear as if you can't defeat him. If there is opposition that's standing in between me and my promise, I'm going to fight for it until I defeat it. And I'm not letting nothing stand in between me and my promise. We're in a no fear zone in the month of March. And I don't care what obstacle is in front of me. I don't care what mountain is in front of me. I don't care what giant is in front of me. I'm going to fight it until I can knock it down. I ain't letting nothing keep me from what God has for me.